Alright, good afternoon YouTube. In today's video, I'm just going to be kind of making a quick comment talking about a video released by Elite FTS. So Elite FTS is on the uh, good side of fitness content on YouTube. I think that they are fighting the good fight. I think that their content is great, and I think that the people behind the camera and the entire organization and operation, being Dave Tate and everyone else who works under him, are all very smart, educated people. Now, today they did release a video talking about how the bench press sucks for building muscle. Do this instead. Now, there's a couple things that I want to kind of bring up. First is just the necessity and in my opinion, the appropriate view of isolation type exercises, as well as just critical thinking. And the reason why I will bring that last part in is not because of anything that they have done, but more so just things that you kind of notice in their comment section. And honestly, this kind of critique will extend to any comment section that exists on this platform, just because, we are interacting with a wide variety of people, and conversation is very difficult in the format of the way things are with just comments. But first, let's start off with this. The basic premise of the video was the fact that if you only bench press, you will not build a great chest. And for the most part, this is kind of true. If you only rely on one version of the bench press, if you only rely on your competition style bench press, I do not think you will maximize chest growth. However, this should also be tempered with the notion that you should still aim to get stronger on your bench press, and not just the barbell bench press, but all forms of pressing. What about incline pressing? What about dumbbell pressing? Incline dumbbell pressing? Your pause bench, your close grip bench, your wide grip bench. These are all things that you should be able to bring up over time, and you can't tell me otherwise that if a person is doing 225 for 3 sets of 10, or 250 for 3 sets of 10, or the person who has gone from doing 225 for 3 sets of 10 to doing 250 for 3 sets of 10 hasn't gotten a bigger chest. No one can ever tell me that. Or let's say the person who has accomplished a 315 bench. Think about all the rep work that they will need to have done to get to that point. They will have built really big pecs to have gotten to that point. Or what about someone who is able to rep out 315? You are not going to find someone who is able to rep out 315 who has a small chest. You just won't. Now, flies, chest isolations, these are great accessories. These are things that you really do need to include if you do want to maximize your chest growth. The sport of bodybuilding, and really any sport in general, is a game of inches. If you are going to maximize your growth and potential in any one movement, you do need to put in that extra amount of work, and isolations allow you to do that, because pressing, benching is very hard on your recovery, but isolation exercises are not. Accessories are very useful. Now, the issue that I have with this is the fact that if someone reads the title, watches the video, and they are a novice, and they get the impression, oh, I'm not going to bench, I'm not going to get stronger on my bench press, I'm just going to do flies, and this will allow me to get much stronger or much bigger chest muscles, then I think that this video could present some harm to lifters who get that impression. Now, not everyone's going to be like that. Some people are going to get the more nuanced message, but think about all the things that kind of go over people's heads, and maybe even might be going over mine. I'm like, no one's ever above that, because everyone is stupid in their own way. But anyway, at least to my understanding, with the way that this video is presented, with the title that this video used, and with a lot of the things mentioned, you could get the impression of, instead of benching, I'm just going to do flies. And I think that is not what we should be advocating to lifters at all. If you only have so much time, you want to be using these bigger, heavy-hitting movements like the bench press and its variations. Not just the competition bench press, the bench press and its variations. And even machines, like even chest press machines, are going to be a great addition to this. And that's something that's worth noting. Now, one thing that was also mentioned is just like, let's see, time under tension. So by angling your muscles or angling your joints a specific way, you target the muscle a bit more, and then you guys will get better time under tension in certain positions by holding it or something of that nature. And my key thing is this: with time under tension, it's kind of overrated, overstated, and just overdone. With time under tension, let's think about it this way. You can increase the time under tension by doing more reps with more tension. meaning more weight on the bar. If you are going from 35-pound dumbbells to the 100-pound dumbbells, and you are able to do it for the same number of sets and reps, so let's say you do 3x8 and then you do 3x8 with the hundreds, and then let's say you add a rep from there, right? You, like, your gym dumbbell stack only goes up to 100 and now you can't go up in weight, so now you add reps. By adding in those reps, you are now increasing the time under tension, and the tension is a lot higher, so then you will elicit a hypertrophic response. I think that is reasonable. Now, like I said, isolation exercises do have their place, but they shouldn't make up the bulk of your program. In this workout video, or this video, I think he did 3 versions of a fly movement. And the issue with this is the fact that if for someone who does make an upper body workout program, or upper body workout, and their program is maybe 1 press and then 3 flies, they are going to do themselves a disservice and they're not going to get the most out of their chest growth. I think that you should have a variety of pressing, a variety of exercises with the inclusion of accessories such as the fly, but the fly should not be the focus of a workout. It's something you tack on at the end to get a little bit more volume. It's not something you need to do 3 different variations of if you're trying to grow as best as you can. You can rotate exercises into it, but generally speaking, you want to get stronger on basic movements like dips, push-ups, and every single version of the bench press. All of them. Maybe, like, at least the ones that make sense, like partials maybe, but at least the full range of motion ones. But that's it for that topic. Now, the next thing I want to kind of talk about, and this is something that I just want to kind of brush over. Criticism is not hate. Like, if I hate you, that means I have a very irrational reason for doing so. That there's really very little critical thinking that goes on behind hate. Criticism, at least when it is applied properly, is just presenting an argument. And arguments are, it's a series of statements in which we have premises and a conclusion. My premises are as follows. The title of the video could be misleading. The content of the video could skew people to prioritize flies over pressing, and this could be harmful for people who want to develop the biggest pecs that they can. And then that's my argument with my comment on the video as well as this video here. And then his argument is the fact that if you only do benching, if you only do your competition style bench, you will not be able to maximize muscle growth and you will need to throw in these isolation movements. So with these arguments, the title of the video is misleading. It could cause someone to prioritize flies over pressing, and this could damage their chest growth. I think that's a valid argument. And his argument of if you only do the competition bench, you will not maximize your chest growth, so you need to include isolations. I think this is also a valid argument. However, you don't really get the same amount of information, or you don't really get the same value of arguments being presented if you only get one or the other. So that's why it's important to have this discussion, to have these that's why it's important to be open to criticism as well. And that goes both ways. If I'm wrong, then I am open to criticism because I'm putting my opinion out there. Now, the thing is, to say that this is just hate, this is not something that they did. This is not something that who made the video. It's not something that Elite FTS has done. It's just the comment section in general. Anytime that criticism is brought up, it's always just labeled as hate, as if there's no value into it. If you really want to kind of get a nuanced look at things, and nuance is what gives you the most amount of useful knowledge as possible, then you need to kind of look on both sides of things and see what both people are saying. And I don't think maybe I did, but I don't think I insulted him or Elite FTS for this, but it's just something that I think should be mentioned. So with this, criticism is a good thing. It opens up the door to knowledge for everyone. And it's not just hate. If hate is me just disliking the video for no reason. Hate is just me saying you're wrong and not giving any reasons why. Hate is just hate is not something you reason with. So I provided my reasoning. I provided what I thought. It's not hate. This is something that can go for anyone, for any comment section, for any video, for any point of view. So just kind of think of it as, can I use this knowledge? If not, then discard with it. But if you can't use that knowledge, then or if you can use that knowledge, try to integrate it. But hate is not something you can use productively in any capacity. So just move on from it. But that's it for this video. Just wanted to kind of touch on my point, and also just the fact that criticism and discussion is being labeled as hate just kind of like bothered me a bit. So that's it. Just a quick video. I mean, 10 minutes is not really all that quick, but hope you found it at least entertaining or useful. But yeah, that's it. Have a great day. So like, comment, subscribe. My name is CrossTheKing, StansRing.com. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.